Yeah, see that right there? It's like a 2003 Volvo XC70 all-wheel drive. And this thing had all kind of codes. It's been running real bad for a long time with like lean codes, and it's just all kinds of stuff. There was vacuum leaks all over the place, so they went through and they replaced rubber lines and all this other stuff before. Then the vehicle came back, and it kept having this idle above P0507, idle above 600 to 800 RPM or something like that, and it never would. It was idling a little rough sometimes, and it had a new throttle body put on it, new vacuum lines and stuff installed, but there was still a P0420 code came back, and it would not go away. It's just the cat was just not doing anything, and the downstream oxygen sensor was going to definitely be seized up inside that cat. So I told the lady, I said, look, I'll fix, there's one or two more vacuum leaks I verified with a smoke test. I'll fix the vacuum leaks for you, no charge. I'll take care of that myself. But the catalytic converter, I'm going to have to charge you. If you go with an OE style, you're looking at like almost $800, $900 for an OE style. But if I get an aftermarket universal from MagnaFlow that's set up the same way as the OE one, and it's like a cut to fit type thing with the oxygen sensor in the center, I've used those from MagnaFlow quite a bit, and they're only like $300. I'll put one in. I'll put a new oxygen sensor and stuff in, and I will drive it and get that to clear. So I did. Put a new cat and stuff in it, put an oxygen sensor and stuff in it, got the 420 code to clear in it, and the P0507 kept coming back. And everywhere I looked online, people were like, it could be a vacuum leak, it could be the air filter is bad on it, it could be something wrong with the idle adjust or whatever. And I'm like, I can't set any of that stuff here. And the other stuff's all been taken care of. The air filter looks brand new in it, so that can't be it. This dude is tripping out of his mind right here. He's walking sideways, got a biker jacket and stuff on, high or drunk as hell, throwing out garbage, just lean back, almost falling over, going down the alley here. Anyhow, nothing would work. None of the forums online, there was no YouTube videos for it. There was no nothing. I pulled the spark plugs out of it, and I'm looking at the spark plugs. I told my guy here, I said, hey, let's pull plugs on it. Got a hunch something's wrong with the plugs in this thing. Pull plugs on it, the porcelain's all burned back, like, you know, a good quarter-inch or more with nothing but brown track back all down it, and it looks like it's been running really rough, like for a long time. And the plugs look so freaking, like, you know how when everything's running real good, it'll have like that light chocolate, but it'll be like a haze of moist, but it's not really wet. It just looks like it's got the right mixture going, where the right colors are there. You're like, oh, that looks like that's a pretty healthy plug. It's been running pretty good. These look like somebody took them and dumped them in a bucket of acid. That's how dry these plugs were, and they just looked terrible. And I was like, well, these things have been looking like they've been set in a bucket of ethanol for like ever. It's not burning coolant or anything like that. Let's go in our parts room back there, where we have all our extra ignition coils and plugs and stuff like that from junked vehicles and whatever it may be, and let's find a set of good NGK plugs that we have back there. And sure enough, there was the same style NGK plug that they had in the vehicle back there, and all we did was just clean them up real good, gapped them. I think they're like 28 to 31 thousandths on those 2.5 liter Volvo 5-cylinder turbos. Yeah, I gapped them right at like 29, 30. So let's go ahead and take these and stick them in there. So we stuck those in there, stuck the plugs and stuff in there, started it up, and let it run for about 35-40 minutes. Check engine light went away. No more idle issue with the unexpected idle higher above normal, and the low end thump that you would get from time to time. But it would almost sound like a deeper, lighter thump coming from the bottom end of the engine, but it wasn't. I guess it was just a little bit of a hiccup in the ignition. It sounded almost like a misfire, but not quite a misfire. That cleared up. Running super smooth now, and the lady's already failed the emissions test twice. Now she'll be able to go back this third time, and I'll drive it some tomorrow to make sure the evap monitor clears, and no check engine light on. And now she'll be good to go. I just felt like I'd share that with you guys. These are the kind of things that I get involved in, especially coming from a Ford dealer, being a master tech at Ford, and then going to an independent shop and getting involved with Volvo and Mercedes and BMW and everything else. Now it's a completely different world. You know, I still get my Ford stuff. I still, you know, get my Chevy stuff and stuff. We just did, listen to this, the other day we had a 2019 Silverado come in. This thing had like 42,000 miles on it. I'm talking pissing coolant. And I'm like, what the heck is going on with this thing? And the guy's like, yeah, truck's brand new to me, you know? And he said, I barely have any miles on it. And he said, I had to get the oil pan resealed already, and now water pump has to. I said, you know what, man? You ain't even got to say nothing, man. I already know how it is. You don't have to justify anything. It's your truck. You ain't got to justify none of that to me. And then the customer came in today. He's a subscriber here on the channel, Honda CRV. And I'm going to have to pull a dash on his vehicle, 60,000 miles. I'm going to have to pull a dash on his vehicle because his blend, or his temperature door, blend door for the driver's side, it will not sweep all the way into the hot mode. You can pull the actuator out and reach up there and sweep it all the way into cold, but when you go to sweep it into hot, it almost seems like something's broke, or something's broke down in there, and the door can't close all the way, and it's stopping the actuator from actually turning the door completely. Something's wrong inside that box. Manually, you can't turn it all the way to get hot to come out of the vent. And it's got 60,000 miles on it. And he was telling me that Honda, even one of the guys in the shop had just told me the same thing. Every time we get a Honda in here, the customers, Honda CRV in here, the customers talk about how the thing's just nickel and diming them. Every which way they turn around, something's wrong with it. And I tell people all the time, it's just nothing new, man. It's just the day and age we live in right now, unfortunately, and it's just that it is what it is. Brand new Hondas and Toyotas and Lexuses, and just not even American cars coming in here all the time, just a few years old, with problems that you'd be thinking to yourself, how in the hell is this wrong already? It is. And this is even a lot of pre-COVID stuff. It is. It's just nobody ever talked about it before. Nobody really ever brought that to surface, that it's not just American stuff. You know, it's if it's got four wheels and it rolls down, if it's got two wheels and it rolls down the road, it's gonna have problems. I want to say four wheels because motorcycles, I guess, don't run into as many problems as cars do because there's less components operating on it. But at the same time, it's just, it sucks because that's somebody's livelihood. That's something, that's money that somebody's putting into a vehicle or something that they own, and you got to be the one taking their money from them to fix it because it failed at such a low mile. Anyway, y'all be blessed. Take care. Have a great evening. Wow. People out here. See, I'm doing this, but I'm paying attention to the road while I'm doing it. I'm barely looking at the phone, and I'm like, I watch everything that's going on. It just takes me a second to glance, to look around or whatever, and I'm doing it all the time. This guy in front of me almost hit this other car turning into Walgreens because he's impatient, wanted to hurry up and switch lanes and go to the other side, but there was a car there, so he got mad and laid down his horn because the car in front of him was making him slow down. Yet we all have to slow down. These people just need to take a chill pill, man. Just relax. Okay, I love y'all. Be blessed. Take care. Have a great night. Be nice. Don't be mean. Being mean doesn't pay.